Hello guys, this has been a long time coming. I know I've been meaning to make this for a while now, but I thought with the handover coming very soon, if not imminently, once I post this video, I would give you a sort of update that I've been promising for a while about exactly how I record or don't record. I'm not sure what the legalities are, so I'm going to say how I don't record off TV. Anyway, so I'm going to show you a few pictures and talk over them just because I tried to video it and I gave up halfway through. So here is a short summary of a speed through of how essentially I managed to keep track of the handover for the Christmas music. I should also mention I'm using a crappy video editor to edit this on, so don't expect anything wild. And I'm going to try and use as many crappy transitions as possible, just for deliberate annoyanceness. Anyway, so to start off, obviously you need some sort of satellite receiver. I've got an old Sky HD box here, which I use, which I think's the easiest way to do it. I just bought a new TV, which has got a satellite receiver in it, and you can actually pick up the EPG audio channel on the TV, which is interesting because you can't pick it up anymore on any of the Skyboxes if you manually type in the horizontal and vertical alignment satellite information, which is interesting to know why Sky would have blocked it on their own boxes, but it's still available for everyone else. Not really sure why they would have done that. Anyway, so starting off, we've got Skybox. This obviously feeds and takes the video signal from the satellite dish down into you being able to view it. Next up, we then will need to somehow to record that. Like I said, this is an old box of mine. No Sky card in it, no subscription, so I can't record to the hard drive anymore. But you wouldn't have been able to record anyway, this channel, because they block recording from other channels for some unknown reason. Next up, you've got the splitter. I use this just to split the feed for a smaller TV. You don't actually need to use this for this channel because it's free to air anyway, but if you do use a Skybox, you will need one of these splitters. This model in particular, if you Google it, you'll understand why, but for this channel, which is free to air, like I mentioned before, you don't need to worry about using this at all. In fact, you don't really need this for this setup. I just included it because I'm using a Skybox. Finally, onto the recorder. Now this is an AVerMedia Game Capture HD2. The reason I use this one is because it has a built-in 2.5-inch hard drive, and the reason for that is because I was sick of using HD capture cards in a PC. Maybe it was the PC I was using, it was just bad, I don't know, but I kept getting various out-of-sync issues, corrupt files. I couldn't leave a capture card unattended overnight or for long periods of time without some sort of error occurring. Now, the genius thing with this is that it has a built-in 2.5-inch hard drive, and that enables me to do up to 14 hours continuous records via HDMI or component cable. It's just simple. It's a little 2.5-inch hard drive straight in there. Got little stasis lights on the front, and like I said, you can capture in varied qualities up to 14 hours. It'd be good if you could do longer, but generally you're going to be around for that period of time anyway. The file sizes vary. On the lowest setting, it's 10 megabits a second, and that goes all the way up to I think 15 or 20. So you're looking at quite decent file sizes. So I hope you've got that terabyte drive handy. At the moment, I've got a 500 gig hard drive in there, and it seems to work quite well. I get about 6,000 minutes of HD quality content recorded on there. So that's what's recording the feed coming out of the splitter. In this instance, I don't actually need to use the splitter, as I said before, but I've brought it in here because I'm using the Skybox, so I do need it at this point. So this is the entire setup. As you can see, you've got the Skybox, the HDMI splitter, the AVerMedia recorder, and just there is a tiny little TV screen. It's definitely worth picking one of these up. You can pick it up for 50 quid. It does composite VGA, I believe, and HDMI input. It's really useful, especially if you work in IT and you're trekking around to different computers which are headless and you need to quickly whack in and stuff, but we're definitely getting them. That's the setup. As you can see, the remote's there as well, and now let's just plug it in. And the final result, as you can see, the Skybox is playing and the recorder's going. This is just a snapshot because, again, I couldn't be bothered to video record it. You'll be able to see the results at the end, of course, when I do upload the transition for the background music handover. And yes, that's basically how I don't do it. It's all recording directly onto a 2.5-inch hard drive. That then just pulls out and puts straight into a little caddy, and then that caddy then lets me import it into a video editor, or something I can just clip down with Handbrake or MPEG Streamclip, or if I want to get fancy, Premiere. But something for this simple doesn't really warrant that kind of thing. Anyway, so yeah, I know it's way overdue, so I hope that kind of explains a little bit more about how I don't record, or how I do record, or how I don't know, whatever's the legal thing this time. And yeah, that's it. You can use it for other things. If you put a PlayStation 4 in, for example, you could just record straight off there. It's it's a nice little easy tool. As long as you're not doing anything illegal with it, it's all good. And for your own use, of course, as well. I don't put any adverts on the videos I upload. If there are any adverts, they're due to the owner of the music that's playing. So, yeah, that's why there's adverts on there. Anyway, guys, thanks very much.